YouTube ads are now dead and everything is changing. Starting in April, Google will disable all video action campaigns, also known as YouTube ads, and shift everything to demand gen campaigns. So what does this mean for YouTube ads? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover all of the updates coming in the next few months. 1, starting with the targeting changes, 2, being the ad formats, and 3, actually setting up demand gen campaigns. Whether you've already been running YouTube ads or you're looking to get started, let's get straight into it. So starting off, what actually are demand gen campaigns? So according to Google, demand gen is replacing the video action campaigns. And with demand gen, advertisers are able to seek inspiration, conduct research, and make online purchase decisions on the most browsed surfaces across YouTube and Google. So on average, advertisers who run video ads with demand gen saw similar conversions to their video action campaigns at a similar cost per action. And adopting a multi-format strategy, you'll drive even better performance. Advertisers who uploaded video and image assets to demand gen saw 20% more conversions at the same cost per action than those who uploaded video assets only. So all in all, essentially what Google's doing is, based on all of its data it's accumulated in the past, let's say 2 years, I'm going to assume, demand gen saw 20% more conversions coming through than just as opposed to regular video action campaigns. So because of this, there's some changes that have been made within the ads manager itself, which we're going to go over in a bit. But first off, some key dates. So April 2025, what it's going to happen here is the option to create new video action campaigns will be completely removed from Google Ads. And starting in July, existing video action campaigns will be upgraded to demand gen automatically. So by July, there's going to be no more video action campaigns at all. What this is saying is you might as well just start shifting now because, they're going to be converted anyway. And let's go to the targeting changes that have happened. So first off, we have placement targeting. So this feature allows for extreme precise targeting for specific YouTube content. For example, channel targeting. You can target your ads to appear before videos on specific YouTube channels. So for example, if you're a realtor, you can have your videos being shown, if you want, to specifically show only on something like Ryan Serhant's videos, Grant Cardone, for example, all that kind of stuff, if you'd like. So next is video targeting, which allows you to select individual videos where you want your ads to appear. Next is implementation. This, under the content settings, you can select placements, which I'm going to show you in a bit, to search for specific channels or videos. And then you have strategic advantage, which allows you to place your ads in front of audiences that have already engaged with your content directly relevant to your business. So what this would look like is you can upload, specific emails from people that have, let's say, booked a call with you, that have submitted emails through Zillow.com, Realtor.com, if you're a realtor, and you can target those specific people, very similar to a remarketing or retargeting campaign. Next is keyword targeting. So this was actually previously removed, and now it's returned in the demand gen campaigns. So for implementation, when creating a new demand gen campaign, you're going to go under audiences, keywords, and content, then go to content, edit content to add the keywords. This is only available for a certain amount of people at the moment. By April, everyone should be allowed and granted access to this. For strategy, you're going to add competitor keywords, product-specific keywords, or brand keywords. For reach potential, some keywords can reach millions of impressions. So like the example showed 29 million impressions with just 2 keywords. And then you have contextual relevance, where your ads will appear on YouTube to people watching content related to your targeted keywords. And next we have lookalike audience. So these are similar to lookalike segments, and they are built from your first-party customer data, allowing you to reach new audiences similar to your existing customers. So number 1 would be the reach options. So you can narrow your targeting by 2.5, 5, or 10% of the people in your campaign's targeted locations. I recommend that you test all 3 of these strategies to determine which one performs best. Then you have data sources. So this uploads your customer lists, email lists, application lists, and book call lists to create effective lookalike audiences. So this is pretty crazy. Literally, you can upload people that are from your existing lead lists, your emails and stuff, and it's able to get information on those specific leads and then find other leads that are similar in criteria based on a lot of factors that are associated with the current leads in your system now. It's pretty crazy. Next, we have performance, where many advertisers are seeing strong results across client accounts with these new targeting options. And so now we're going to move on to the campaign creation process. So for this, assuming you've watched my full YouTube ads tutorial, which will be linked below, and at the end of this video, we're going to be assuming you know how to set up an ads account, and you should be in, for example, the home screen that looks something very similar to this. So Once you're here, you're going to want to obviously go into your ads account, go to this page and click new campaign. From here, you're going to want to click leads per usual. Then you're going to click continue. And this time, instead of selecting your video campaign type, you're going to click demand gen. Actually, if you click video and you click start new, for example, I already have drafts from other videos. It's going to automatically, put your campaign into a demand gen type campaign. So as you can see, they're really suggesting that you go demand gen here. I mean, you can switch to video conversion campaign, but that's not the point of this video. So for the campaign name, I've also talked about this in the last video. You can just put like your first and last name, and then you can like add a space, put in, for example, this is a demand gen campaign, just so you can organize it. Then you can, if you're a realtor, you want to put in who you're actually targeting. So for example, let's say we're doing sellers, and then you want to put the audience type that you're going to be doing within the campaign. And then I would just put the date in which you're going to launch the campaign, and the location. It's actually location then the date, but doesn't really matter. The point is you want to organize your campaign so you can find and understand which one is performing the best on first glance. You don't want to like have an unorganized campaign, because then things just get really messy. If you have a messy ad account, you're not going to be optimizing your performance within your campaigns if you don't know which are winning, which are losing, and you don't know how to understand the data. Next, you're going to want to click conversions. If you're, looking for leads, you're going to want to click conversions. If you want more traffic / engagement, you're going to click clicks. But for this video, because I specifically work with realtors and YouTube ads specifically, you're going to be driving conversions. So you're also going to want to add a conversion goal. This is essentially something called conversion tracking. We're going to go over this again in another video that's going to be uploaded sometime actually later this week or next week. So you guys can check that out. From here, you're going to want to leave target cost per action off unless you have existing data from previous campaigns on how much money your target cost per lead conversion actually is. So just leave this off. And then for budgets, you're going to want to choose, I recommend a budget of minimum of $20 per day. I've seen like as little as 15 working, $16.50. But recommended now with these new changes, you need enough impressions, you need to get it in front of enough people, and you need to gather data in a timely manner. If you don't have enough data within a certain time frame, you're just going to take forever to get leads. And so for realtors specifically, you can add $20 a day. If you're in a different niche, for example, you can do like upwards of $100. You can do $1,000 a day. You can I think you can do like $10,000. You can do $100,000 a day if you really want to. But obviously for most people, let's just start with 20. Google's actually saying wants you to start with 23. For OCD's sake, let's throw on 30. Next, you're going to choose location and language. So I would recommend in this specific scenario to actually leave location targeting on for your specific campaign. It all depends on how you're going to structure the campaign. But I just recommend this for most scenarios. If you're in a different niche than, let's say, real estate, that's going to depend on your specific niche, how you want to categorize and target certain people. For the sake of this video, we're just going to leave this on for simplicity's sake. And for location, you're just going to want to click another location. Here you can add, a radius or a location. You can also see this in my full YouTube ads course on how to actually, choose a location. But for example, since I'm located in Charleston, I'll just show you what this would look like. If you choose let's say, for example, the metro area, it's going to target the entire area within this blue range here. For radius, you can do the same thing, and it's just going to, target a radius. That's basically, location targeting summed up. You can watch the full 48, just full course free, by the way, on my channel as well, if you want to get more in depth. For languages, I generally recommend if you're in obviously the US or Canada to choose English. If you're in a predominantly Spanish-speaking location, you're going to want to choose Spanish as well. But I would just recommend leaving it on English just for the sake of this video. Most places are. So next, we have devices. For this, because demand gen is so new, I would actually recommend leaving all of these on except for TV screens. I've seen very little conversions come through tablets, but I would just recommend leaving them on now since you're going to be shown in front of more people. Highly recommend just leaving tablets on and letting it go. Ad schedule, leave it on all day. Let the algorithm build and learn. And then from here, we can move on to Google Video Partners. A lot of people have been recently saying to leave this option on. What this does is it just broadens your reach. It gets you to more people. The more people, usually the better. Sometimes, Google can take your money through optimized targeting where it's going to target people that are not ideal for your specific business. But for Google Video Partners, it does a great job of still targeting those people and also getting them to different locations. It's a little bit different than optimized targeting. So leave Google Video Partners on. You can now move on to the ad group itself. I just named the ad group name, essentially just the audience that we're going to be targeting. So in this video, we're going to be going over the multiple different types of targeting. We'll do like keyword targeting or placement targeting for this specific video. We'll leave this on and you'll have to know the name. We'll go over that in a second. And then from here, you're going to want to choose an audience. All right, so just click on new audience. And here you can see, as we talked about before, the lookalike segments. Here, this is where you're going to add your data segments because I don't have any right now. We're not obviously going to input it, but this is where you would upload your seed list, essentially include users who are similar to a list of customers. Just find the emails that are your ideal clients that have already submitted their information on like a book a call for you that have worked really well for you in the past and add their information into here. You can also choose the locations you want to choose for here. I would just, because we're in the US, choose the United States. You can add your data segments here. And as you can see here, you have website visitors. I don't have any information, like I said before, for data segments. So we'll have to leave that blank for now. But that is going to be lookalike segments. Next is custom segments. So this is where you can add a custom segment of people that have searched certain keywords. For example, you're going to check people who have searched any of these terms on Google. So, for example, for realtors and for realtors that are looking for sellers, sell my home. What's my home worth? And Google can just give you recommended options as well. Zillow, estimate my home value, home appraisal value, all these different keywords you can add into the custom segments option. And so now what you can do is, once we get out of the audience section, is to, like I said before, uncheck optimized targeting. For now, I don't really see any difference, or I don't see rather a benefit coming from optimized targeting in any situation at all. Always uncheck that. So once we move into now the ads campaign manager itself, what you're going to do is just select a video ad. We're still going to be using videos. For the ad name, you can choose something like, for example, I guess just a hook of one of your videos. So if a video of mine was like, if you're a homeowner, this is the one I've done for my clients looking to target sellers, for realtors, of course. If you're a homeowner in area, listen up. So I can just abbreviate that to listen up and I'll know exactly which ad name it is. Doesn't really matter what you name this. Just understand that you can find it and you're organizing it in a way that makes sense to you. From here, you're going to type in your landing page URL. For this, I'm just going to type in the regular domain that I use for my clients in order to host their stuff. So from here, you can just now add in your own videos. From here, just, you want to obviously go to your asset library. You can click new and you can create a video, or you can import your own videos, as you can see here. I'm just going to add this right here. And then click on all formats. So you can do in-stream, shorts, and in-feed. So I would actually start testing these and just see which one performs the best. And then from here, just figure out which one performs the best. Let's say it's in-stream. You'll leave those on, turn off shorts and in-feed, and you'll call it a day. Again, you can go back into my other video and we break down which videos are meant for which section, or what videos are meant for which in-feed area that you're going to be targeting. So next, what you're going to want to do is just add your own logo. For this, because I don't feel like uploading a logo right now, you would just, if you're a realtor, for example, upload a picture of your face. If you're like another business owner, maybe upload your company's logo. And then from there, this is going to just show on like the display network or the Discover and Gmail and stuff like that. So just, let that be. From here, what I would do is uncheck get vertical and square versions of your videos and get shorter versions of your videos. Especially uncheck get shorter versions of your videos. And the reason for this is because the problem is, if Google deems, like, let's say 30 seconds into your video as the most watchable part under its standard, it might cut out the hook. And 80% of your video success comes down to your hook. So, make sure to uncheck that. And what can also happen is, if they get vertical and square versions of your videos, if you allow it to crop it, it can literally crop out your face. And it's like, what kind of video is that? So just leave those off. For the headlines, you're going to want to make sure your headline matches your landing page headline as well. This is a key metric that I have been able to identify based on 2 years of doing this in my experience. So just make sure you, add a headline, whatever that will be. For example, this told me to put access to video. I'm just going to do that for the sake of this tutorial. If the headline in your video is, find the value of your home now, I can't spell today, then that's what your value is going to be. Now, they also added, actually, I just noticed this now, they've added 40 characters instead of 30 as your headline, which is amazing, because now you can actually add more characters. And oh man, it was so annoying when you couldn't like add just over 30 characters, because I've seen like 31, 32, and now that they've added 40, you've got a little bit more leeway, which is really good. What you also now have to add is a long headline, which I would just do find the value of your area home in like, you know, whatever year it is. Let's just say 2025, because I'm going to assume everyone watching this video is in 2025. And, you know, you're not in 2026. I would have made another video by then. So that's what I would do for description. You can copy and paste that. That really doesn't matter. Call to text. You can make this automated, I guess, now, but I personally like the learn more option. That's just a really good performing call to action button. And then from here, your business name, if you're a realtor, just make it your name. If you're a business owner, make it the business name. And now you can click go to review, and let's see what we have an issue with here. Of course, well, we don't have conversion tracking on. So obviously, you know, that's not going to work. But as you can see here, if you go to review, everything should look pretty good. And then from here, you would just click publish campaign, and you are all set to go as far as your first demand gen campaign. So hopefully this video gave you some clarity on what's changing for YouTube ads and what's coming up in the future. But in order to get good results from YouTube ads, you also need to know how to make great YouTube video ads, how to create lead magnets and offers, and how to set up your budgets and media buying, which is why I made this free 48-minute YouTube ads course that you can use and apply right now. Check it out over here or here. It's completely free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.